Now let us see some of the textbook question, okay, which is on the page 109. So explain the following. A metal bar expand when heated. So why a metal bar expand on heated? We know that when a metal bar is heated, the particles vibrate faster and they push each other. Each other means they push further apart. Due to that, they expand in all the direction. Okay. So now overhead cables are hung with plenty of slag in them. So as I already explained you why the overhead cables are hung loosely or slag. Okay, why means in the cold day they contract, okay, due to that they become tightened. Okay, so due to allowing for the contraction expansion means for the expansion for the contraction they are being loosely slag, okay, so that in the winter when the temperature decreases so they can easily contract. Okay, so we can say the simply answer to allow for a contraction when the temperature decreases. Okay, now part C, it would not be a good idea to reinforce concrete with an aluminium rod. Why it is not a good idea to reinforce or place concrete on aluminium rod is nothing but we know that the aluminium expansion is 3 millimeter, whereas the concrete expansion is 1 millimeter for the same temperature. Okay, so here when we reinforce this concrete with aluminium rod on this concrete, so what will happen, aluminium expand more than the concrete, so in that cases they may causes cracks. Okay, so that's the reason aluminium, we can say the answer is aluminium expand more than concrete and it cause cracks in it. So that is not a good idea to reinforce concrete with aluminium rod. We need to take the material or material which have the same expansion value. For example, we can say concrete can be reinforced with this steel because both of them are having same expansion value. A bimetallic strip bend when heated, obviously. So as I just now in the previous video I explained you that when you heat a bimetallic strip, one of the metal will expand more than the other metal, so due to that there is a bending, either it will be upside or it will be downward. Okay, so you can write down the metal on one side expand more than the metal on the other side, okay, when it is heated. Now let us see about the question number 2. This question is about the thermostat in the diagram on the top page of the diagram at the top of the page. So they are talking about this thermostat diagram which is there in your textbook. Why does the power to the heater get cut off if the temperature rises too? As just now in the previous video I explained, when the temperature is increased, what happened, the bimetallic strip will bend, but this will bend outward because the brass expand more than the inward, and brass is on the inner part and the inward is on the outer part. So here what will happen, this will bend in an outward direction, so the contacts breaks and the supply of current will be cut off for a short period of time. To maintain a higher temperature, okay, the part B, which way would you move the control knob, to the right so that it move towards the contact, or to the left? Explain your answer. So I will move to maintain a higher temperature. Higher temperature means to increase the temperature, so obviously I will turn this knob to the right side. Okay, so that when I turn this knob to the right side, the bimetallic strip will bend outward and the contact will separated. Okay, so I will turn the control knob to the right side. Okay, so these are some of the answers. Please write down the answer. These are the 2 questions from your textbook. Please write down the answer. I explained this question. Please write down the answers in your notebook. Shortly in the next I will be sending some related notes on the expansion of this bimetallic strip. Okay, thank you. After this expansion of solid and liquid, I will explain you about we will solve the workbook. Okay, so in the workbook I will be giving you, like, I will explaining with the question, so you try to solve it. Okay, thank you girls.